Good morning. I have a quick video that will help explain today's lesson. I want you to first come up with the answers for these 6 problems. Please pause the video, solve these answers, and then restart it, and I will give you the answers. The answer for number 1 is 12 divided by 3 is 4. A positive divided by a negative is negative. A negative divided by a positive is going to be negative, so it is negative 8. We have same signs. Negative divided by negative is positive. 56 divided by 8 is 7. Different signs, the answer will be negative. Different signs, negative. And same signs, positive. So hopefully you were able to answer those 6 problems. As a reminder, when we divide integers with the same signs, the answer is positive. If we divide integers with different signs, the answer is negative. In our first example, negative 18 divided by negative 6, we know that the integers have the same signs, so our answer must be positive. The quotient is positive, and our quotient is 3. In this second one, 75 divided by negative 25, the integers have different signs. 75 divided by 25 is 3. Therefore, the quotient is negative, and our answer is negative 3. In our second example on this page, we have different signs again. 54 divided by 6 is 9. Our quotient is negative, and our answer is negative 9. Please try these 6 problems. Pause the video, answer the questions, and when you have those answered, start the video again and I will give you the answers. In our first example, 14 divided by 2, they are same signs, so we simply divide. 14 divided by 2 is 7. In the second example, negative 32 divided by negative 4, they are same signs, so our answer will be positive. It is 8. In our third example, the answers is going to be will be positive because we have a negative divided by a negative, and it is positive 5. In example number 4, our first integer is 0. 0 divided by anything is also 0. In our fifth one, we have 2 different signs, a negative divided by a positive. Our answer will be negative 7. And in our last one, 21 divided by negative 3, they are different signs. The answer will be negative, and it is negative 7. Our next example is to evaluate 10 minus x squared divided by y when x equals 8 and y equals negative 4. My first thing that I must do is I must substitute 8 for x and negative 4 for y. As you can see here, I have put 10 minus 8 squared divided by negative 4. I must now think of order of operations. And the first thing that I must do in order of operations is exponents. 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So my equation is now 10 minus 64 divided by negative 4. Again, I must think of order of operations, and I do division before I do subtraction. 64 divided by negative 4 is negative 16. So I now have 10 minus negative 16. When I subtract, I add the opposite, so I have 10 adding positive 16. 10 plus 16 is 26. Please try these 3 examples. Pause the video when you are done, start the video again, and I will tell you the answers. In the first example, I have to substitute in Negative 18 divided by negative 6. Negative 18 divided by negative 6, the answer is 3. In my second one, I substitute in negative 18 plus 6. That allows me to get 12, and it will be negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. In my last example, b squared is negative 6 times negative 6, which is 36, divided by negative 18. Therefore, I will take that and get negative 2 plus 4, and my answer will be 2. As you can see, 3 is the first answer, negative 4 the second, and 2 the third. In our next example, we are asked, what is the mean hourly change in height? What I know is that I use a model to solve the problem. Mean hourly change equals the final height minus the initial height divided by the elapsed time. When I substitute those things in, I can now take 8 minus 59 because it ended at 8, started at 59, so I can subtract those. I get negative 51 divided by 6, divide that, and I get negative 8.5. That means the tide changed in height 8.5 inches per hour, and actually it was negative because it was dropping. It went from a high point of 59 to a low point of 8 inches. Today in our problems, you may have to do the mean. In order to do the mean, you will add them all up and divide by that number. Our last slide asks how are rules for multiplication and division of integers related, and why? The rules are the same because the operations are inverses or opposites. You can use fact families to rewrite a division problem for multiplication, and vice versa. Now that you have finished the video, you have the rest of class period to work on homework. It is in the textbook, page 32 and 33. The problems are 9 through 29 odd and 29 through 37 odd. You must please show your work for problems 29 through 37. Have a great rest of the day. This homework will be checked and due on Friday. Thanks.